Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode we're only going to be using one build. It's going to be using the 1987 Ford RS 500 Cosworth at Tokyo Expressway with its engine swap. So in this episode I'll be able to show you a case on how to get the car. I'll be showing on how to get the engine swap, plus the parts you'll need from both the tune shop and from car customization, and most importantly the setup, and following with that the race, just to see what the car is capable of doing. And that's going to be it. Now if for some reason if you still go ahead and follow the plans of this build and you still can't really be effect or been able to get an easy win at Tokyo Expressway, then I would really recommend just save the car and just add some more upgrades and save it for Le Mans 700. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the episode. Okay, so for your first step on how to obtain this car, we are going to go to the used car dealership, and unfortunately this is going to be the main spot to find this car only. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down a little bit until we find the car. It's going to be right here. It's going to be beside the Pantera. As you can see, the cars are already sold out, and actually the Pantera is another good car too for it to be swapped. So here's the car. It's going to cost you roughly about 185,000 credits, give or take. Of course, the car is being iconic, especially with its story. It really has a lot of roots, especially in the rallies. Here's some stats below if you're curious to see what they are, but for right now we're going to ignore them for this time being. So after we grab the car, we're going to go ahead and go to GT Auto first to get our engine swap. We're going to swing by car maintenance and service, but before we actually do manage and get that engine swap, we're first going to go ahead and add the wide body to this first. We're going to lose some PP points, as you can see, just by a little bit. It's not by a whole lot. But as I mentioned before, every point does count toward Tokyo Expressway 600, and there it is right there. So that's going to be the wide body right there first. So for engine swap, it's going to cost us about 325,000 credits, which roughly is more of the cheaper engine builds overall. There's a couple out there that could be more expensive than this particular swap, and there's a few out there that's actually cheaper than the price tag of this swap. Now, in order to purchase a engine swap, which I'm about to do right now, you first need to meet one special criteria, and that criteria is going to be collector level 50, which is this right here. So basically what I would recommend doing is just save your credits and just buy a lot of the more rare cars you see from the Legends car dealership, like the McLaren F1, at least once or twice. But I really tend to get a lot of the R92 CP Le Mans prototypes, the Mazda 78B, the Sauber C9. Those Group 1, Group C prototypes are really good cars to buy in order to really jack up your level. Now, if you're curious what that particular engine swap is going to be, it's going to be the Ford Focus Group B rally car engine. And as you can see, everything here is blue, from all the way from the displacement all the way down to the weight to power ratio. And you can see we still got ourselves just a few couple points below that 600 point criteria, so we are allowed to put a couple more upgrades to this car before we actually do reach the limit of Tokyo Expressway 600. Now, let's say if you're not yet level 50 in the game, there actually is a alternative route to get this engine swap, and I'll show you real quick on how to do that. Once we get done with GT Auto, we're going to go back to our home real quick, to our garage, which is going to be right up here. Then we're going to swing all the way to the far right to the tuning parts, which is that little box logo right here. We're going to click on it, and you can see through here all these engines is basically what I have and dispose of right now. So basically, depending on how long you play the game, or if you were able to back in the day able to do the engine swap glitch, which apparently was you complete a special extra menus event. You whenever you see the face of Luca, the old guy that's the owner of the cafe, you pretty much back off of that and you get yourself a free engine swap ticket. There was a lot of people that took a huge amount of advantage over that, but as you can see, for me, I don't have a whole lot. I mean, I do have some new engines, but mainly got a couple duplicates. But here's a good example of what to look out for. So you can see we actually do have the Focus Group B engine right here, and two ways you can easily tell is, of course, is the color of this bar. It's a little bit different compared to this particular bar right here. And the most noticeable thing too is right here on the top right corner, you can see the word compatible right there, and that lets me know that we can go ahead and redeem this, get ourselves a free swap. So we're going to click on it. What you're going to do is you're going to ignore this paragraph right here, especially if you haven't not added anything to the car yet. We're going to click install, say yes, and you'll be good to go. But for right now, I'm going to say no, because if I did say yes, now we're go ahead and use it. Now, one thing is to tell if you already have the swap already equipped to your car. If we jump back to our swap car, which we'll be using for this race, you can see that we do in fact have the engine already equipped because of that little engine block icon right there. So we're good to go. And plus, this car right here is going to be the car we'll be using for this race. So let's go ahead now and head back to car customization, and we're going to go through for the parts of what you need for the car for the race. So for our first step is, of course, going to be the wheels. They're going to be the standard wheels right here. Just make sure you keep the diameter standard, the width standard, and the offset set that to wide. After that, for the custom parts, the front, it's going to be type B. The side type B as well, the rear type A, and the wing is going to be type A, and that's going to be it for your parts from car customization. After that, we're going to go ahead and quickly make a quick trip down to the tuning parts. That way we'll know what we need for the car, and this should be overall be pretty simple. So to begin with, we're going to be needing the sport hard tires. You do need to purchase these whenever you get the car. The comfort softs will be equipped already, so just make sure you just get one grade above comfort softs into the sport hard category, and that's going to be it for sports. For club sports, you can see we got ourselves a sport brake kit. I would say just purchase it just in case. We'll know for sure once we get to the tune and see what parts we need. So if you want to fast forward to the tune, you can. That way you can come back here and make sure you buy the right parts and not buy the wrong part or don't use more credits than you need to. Semi racing, as you can see here, we went ahead and purchased the full control computer with fully customized LSD, fully customized manual transmission. And then for the racing category, we got racing muffler, racing brake pads, and brake system, fully customized suspension, racing clutch and flywheel. And that's going to pretty much be it for Tuck Expressway. Now for this right here, the racing transmission and the racing softs and racing hards, I'm pretty sure I used those for Le Mans. So that's going to be for our setup, the parts we need for Tuck Expressway. So just ignore the racing transmission and the racing tires. Let's go to our setup, and this is going to be the final thing we're going to go through. As you can see here, we matter of fact do have sport hard tires for our main compound, like I did mention earlier. Suspension, as you can see here, is going to be normal instead of fully customized racing suspension. Differential, as you can see, it's going to be fully customized. Torque 10, 30 for acceleration, and then 20 for braking. Downforce 60 to the front, 250 for the rear. We do have the ECU set to 100%. Fully customized manual transmission at 320 kilometers. Reservation clutch and flywheel, and that's going to be it for the build. So if you want to go ahead and check out these chapters for our race, you can. Until then, I'll see you guys when we get done with the race for my overall review and for our next preview as well. Alright, so if you guys just saw the race car, it was decently good. I mean, it wasn't like really good, like Audi R8 kind of good, or an Honda NSX kind of good, or anything like that. It's a nice stable car to use for this race. But if for some reason that car doesn't fit your style in this track and you want to try it to Le Mans, you're more welcome to give it a shot. Now for our next run, for the next episode, is going to be using a car that I actually had a request for. It's going to be the Toyota Supra from back in 1988. So we're going to be using the old Supra in this race, and let me tell you, I got a very good smooth handling build that could actually bring a lot of good downforce to this car and make the car pretty pleasant to drive and handle. So hopefully this next build will be a big cup as well for Expressway, and just in case it doesn't, again, this car I could already see it being a really nice car to use for Le Mans. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, go ahead and leave a like. If you love what you saw today and would like to see my content later down the road, you're more welcome to subscribe to the channel as well, and do make sure you turn on that bell on for notifications. That way you don't have to miss anything, either by post or any other new episodes that comes along. If there's a particular build you'd like for me to try out, you're more welcome to add it to the comments below. And with that all being said, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day or night, where it might be, and I'll see you guys later, and take care.